Hello and welcome back to Legacy of Dragons. We've got a fantastic episode coming up for you, if I do say so myself, full of puns and powers and all that good stuff. But in the meantime, we've got a little update for you about some of the thrilling adventures coming to Oxventure. Legacy of Dragons will be taking a 2-week break, returning on November the 11th, but don't worry, we've got even more Oxventure to keep you occupied until the guild returns. Next week is our spine-tingling playthrough of the horror RPG Dread, and then the following week will be our absurd take on the fully improvised RPG You Awaken in a Strange Place. In the meantime, we will see you for Legacy of Dragons Episode 5 on November the 11th. Have fun! Prudence, you pop up in some sort of pocket dimension.
Oh! What?
There is...
Hi.
It is sort of just like a void. It's like you're in a giant pocket.
Oh.
There is a man sat opposite you.
Oh.
Hello, welcome to the pocket dimension.
Hi, thank you. What am I doing here?
Well, you have been placed here by, let's see, it says Cthulhu. Does that sound right, Cthulhu?
Yeah.
You've been placed into our care for just a little while for reasons of extreme imminent danger, but he did also note you don't call or write as often as you should.
Oh, yeah, that sounds like my patron, all right. So
Well,
I'm just kicking around in here, am I?
Yeah, make yourself comfortable.
Oh, thanks.
My name is Pockets. I look after the pocket dimension.
Thanks, Pockets. What do you got here in the way of entertainment? What can I do? Is it just this? Just a void?
Pretty much.
A small void?
Yes. Very safe.
Okay. All right. Well, okay. I kind of kick back on the ground, I guess, of the pocket dimension and make myself comfortable.
Great.
Nothing to do or kill here in the pocket dimension. It's weird. I'm lonely. I'm already lonely.
It is a fine morning on the deck of the Joyful Damnation. You are sailing north. As far north as ever you've gone before, because you've not bothered going north yet. It's sort of been a very much an east to west kind of deal. But now, north, an entirely new direction. The wind is whipping into your sails. Some sort of like enormous sea beast. It looks like imagine a basking shark, but then like make its jaws like way bigger, and then it's just got sort of like massive jaggedy teeth that look kind of more like spikes. Oh. Anyway, it kind of goes like ooh, and lands on the deck, and then just kind of disgorges a tiefling warlock onto the deck, and then just kind of like
hey,
back into
that was
time.
unsettling.
Prudence.
Hey, Prudence.
Hi.
Were you always this slimy and covered in fish slime?
Only on my good days. What?
Did
I just come out of that whale shot?
Yeah. Is this how you're getting around now?
I
'Cause
guess.
I love it.
Yeah.
Where have you been?
I was in a pocket dimension.
How was that?
No further questions.
Your makeout dimension.
No. I would have remembered if it were, but it was the pocket dimension and there was nothing in there. But Cthulhu stashed me there. My very fine patron.
Right, so you wouldn't have to fight all those.
Apparently, get me out of harm's way. How did that go?
Dom nearly died.
Oh.
Yeah, really.
You would have loved it.
Oh.
You're probably thinking these cheekbones weren't this high and pointed before.
Yeah,
Dob's
become a lot more handsome.
Dob had reconstructive surgery.
You've crossed the cheekbone threshold.
Can I get a little Team Rocket?
Speaking of crossing the threshold, there is an almighty bump as the prow of the Joyful Damnation strikes some hitherto unseen object, kind of goes boom, and for a second the ship really goes like up into the air and then crashes down on the other side of. You're not entirely sure what it was. It's almost like the border, like on a map. It's sort of like the boundary line between charted and uncharted regions. Because you are, of course, heading north, following the path of the White Dragon, which you ascertained was injured in the fight with Liliana and kind of took flight, quite literally, and went north.
I run downstairs to check on my collection of crystal horses. If they got dislodged from their shelf. I've got a little cabinet full of them.
Right.
In the captain's quarters. Captain's quarters A.
Okay. No, they're all in the wrong stables now. They're all mixed up. Petunia is where Dazzle
Peppermint
should be, and Peppermint, yeah. Peppermint is where Angarad McHardhoof normally takes his rest.
McHardhoof. What are you doing here?
It's all
rearranged
jumbled
them
up. Okay, great. Yeah,
back in their places.
Peace descends over you again. You are glad in your heart because all of your crystal horses are where they should be.
I kiss each one tenderly and then return to the deck.
Okay.
Well, we've run out of map, everybody. We're off the edge.
Oh yeah, I can see
It's
that.
rubbish
Is that
now.
what we?
Yeah, we launched over that.
We're over, so you
Okay.
remember that.
Oh, damn.
I mean, don't throw it away. We might need it on the
Throw
way
it
back.
No!
No, don't throw it out.
Never again.
This isn't a return journey, Egbert. Oh, right.
We won't need
bloody
that
is.
map anymore.
Oh, it is.
Well, I'm going
Crew
back.
expendable, is it?
We'll get a new map.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah, I basically remember it. I draw a new map based on memory.
Okay. Make me a Dex sleight of hand check, please. Yeah, sure. Why not? I was thinking maybe more of a memory check, but let's see how you do.
21.
Oh, it's actually great.
Well, it looks
Bring it
good.
back. Egbert.
Don't know if we can speak to his accuracy, but it looks great.
But you know how
I can't tell the difference.
You know, like in the marginalia of maps where they're like, we're not sure what's here, and they just draw like sea monsters.
Yes.
Fun sea
There's
monster,
just
yeah.
like it's obviously Corazon as a merman,
Yeah.
just looking like very
Yeah,
cut abs.
mermen can have that many abs.
Huh?
See that?
Yeah.
Wow.
That really happened.
Yeah.
Can I scamper up to the crow's nest and have a look about?
Absolutely,
wanna
yes.
Examine weather, look
You-
for landfall.
Yeah,
kind of
make me
thing.
a
whale sign.
Make me a wisdom perception check, please.
What do you see, Mr. Dobb? I shout out.
Well, with my 9, 10, 11, 12. With my 12,
It's quite hard to miss. There is a landmass ahead.
landmass ahead!
We say land ahoy, actually. Let's see.
Say again.
It's land ahoy, Mr. Dobb.
Ah, yes. Land ahoy,
Well,
Mr.
land ho.
Dobb.
Land ho would be fine.
Land ho would be fine.
You can tell that on your present course, you're heading toward what is a sort of a lovely bay where there is a town, it seems.
Lovely bay ahead, Mr. Dobb.
Lovely day ahead.
Lovely bay ahead.
Lovely hay ahead. I can't hear you.
All right, I scamper down.
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Dobb reporting.
Well, report away, man. There'll be a ration of rum in it for you.
There's a lovely bay ahead
Lovely.
and a town.
All right, Mr. Egbert, bring us around.
I spin the wheel.
All right.
Jay turned us into the ball.
Realizing what I've done, I take control of the wheel.
Okay, yeah, you basically do a handbrake turn.
Nice.
In
Drift into
full
the-
galleon. Yeah, sure, why not? In fact, why don't you make me a... I'm going to call this Strength Athletics, actually, please, Corazon. Let's see
Can I-
how slickly you can drift the ship in.
Can I help by like dropping the anchor?
Oh,
you
like a
get
handbrake
that cool-
turn.
Yeah.
nice, yeah.
Would
Which,
I'm not sure I'd advise it, but you may.
but I've done it before in the
Ballad of Sea of
The
Thieves.
Ballad of Sea of Thieves.
Yeah, we've all done it in the Ballad of Sea.
Johnny said, you may. That
You
means
may.
do it.
How did it go, Corazon?
Would a 6 do it?
I'm afraid not.
Let's see what I can. What type of throw is it? What type?
Well, what...
I don't think it matters, man.
Drop the anchor.
Did you just roll a 1?
I rolled a 5.
Okie dokie.
The
Right.
ship shears in.
Anchor just through the deck.
Okay. The good news is you do come to a stop in the harbour.
Yeah.
The bad news is you basically drift and smash into another ship that is tied up along the shore. This is it is I wouldn't say it's a smaller vessel, but it's a far sleeker vessel. You can tell from the cut of it that it's sort
I'll
of
write
built
them
for
a note.
speed.
No.
Um,
All right, write them a note from someone else.
Right,
and
sorry.
I look at its jib and remark upon
Say it was
how much I
Liliana.
enjoy it. I try and enjoy the
Just
cuts.
says
This is
sorry.
sorry.
Just
That's
says
fine.
sorry.
Friends.
could you make me
God, so many
a wisdom perception check, please, Egbert?
Okay, I will.
Wisely perceive something.
That's a 9 minus 1 for 8.
Okay. You can't quite place it, but you swear you recognise this ship. It just looks familiar. Possibly because it's dinged up. And you lot tend to cause havoc wherever you go.
Can I just hop down onto the deck of the other ship? I want to just start laying the
You want to start a
groundwork.
boarding party?
No, I want to start laying the groundwork, re-exchanging insurance information.
Do you have a dagger clenched in your teeth?
No, because
Always.
I'm trying to give a good impression.
Okay, good, fine.
It's fine. Prudence is writing a note that says,
It says
I'm writing this
sorry.
note to make it look like I'm leaving my insurance details, but actually I'm going, bye, sorry.
Okay, that sounds like we're covered then. Yeah.
Well, I would like to.
We should cheese it before the people who
I would like
own this
to.
boat
I would
come
like
back.
to. Yeah, I would like to sail the ship to like 3 ship parking spaces away from directly next
a
to
lot
the
more
one.
Actually,
Maneuvering.
yeah, can I
Way
hop
up to
down
it.
on the deck and just be like, just saw another ship? They should have stopped.
Is there anyone even on that
giving their
ship?
information?
Yeah, is there any? Can we?
Are you saying this to no one?
There is no one on the ship. There's
Oh.
nobody aboard. It does seem to have just been parked and left.
But were there any witnesses?
In the court of public opinion, well, that's where we'll be trying.
Oh, there's a man just sort of standing on the dock, just kind of there with like a clay pipe, just like,
Cool. Yeah, I just like half sail, just
yeah, you can park up somewhere else.
parking up somewhere else.
You do notice that, like, what colour is the Joyful Damnation?
It's not quite black, but it's very dark.
Okay, it's quite a distinctive colour. And you've left a big streak of it along the side of the other ship.
Buff out.
I jump onto the jetty, the dock, and I walk up to the person who was watching, and I slip him a gold piece, and I say, "You didn't see anything."
No, I didn't.
Good man.
Welcome to Dettering.
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 Delightful. This isn't. This place isn't on my map. I didn't realise you were here.
Ah, you'll be from south of the border then.
Yeah, we came over it actually, ramped over it
Yeah,
quite
ramped,
spectacularly.
Oh.
What's the climate like here?
'Tis chilly. 'Tis positively sort
Brisk.
of... Yeah, brisk. It's like, you know how you can be like in the frozen north, but it's not actually like mega cold out. It's like a dry cold.
Dry, yeah. Cool.
So like he's wearing like a thick, like rough spun kind of tunic.
Yeah.
But he's not wearing furs and a big hat or anything. His hands are bare.
Gotcha.
He seems quite comfortable here. But obviously he's acclimatized.
Few things that we need to find. You can ask this fellow.
Seen a dragon?
Yeah, coat, tavern for information and hot food.
Yeah.
And I guess we'll need someone to stay. So I think a tavern takes care of all of that, and then some sort of haberdashers to get some warm clothes. So yeah, I would like
Sounds
to
good
ask,
to me.
ask the fellow. Sorry, what was your name?
PT.
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 Nice to meet you, PT. We're new on the continent. We're looking for a tavern and a place to get some warm clothes.
Oh, very well. Dettering has all of these things.
Oh,
Anything you might require. Just mind how you go.
That's
Sounds
vaguely
like a
threatening.
Will do.
Oh, no.
My hand moves to my crystal rapier.
Now, no need for that. You see that tower? He points to a tower. It's kind of like a crooked, like rickety, like tower with like a pointed, like tiled roof.
Right.
This is unmistakably a wizard's tower. You see it and you're just like, here we go.
The only thing holding that thing up is magic.
Mhm.
Like wizards everywhere.
See the
Thought we could
wizard's
open-
tower?
Yeah, I see it. Yeah, it's annoying.
Well, you're telling me.
Okay.
Well, mind how you go.
You don't like the wizard who lives up there?
That's his only reply. He just snorts once.
All right. We should ask around about this wizard.
Should mind how we go.
Let's head over towards the tower, and maybe there's like a town square which will have a coat shop or something.
Yeah, let's walk to the tavern in the town square, and I would like to mind how we go.
All right.
We're moving towards the wizard's tower.
All right,
Minding all
perfect.
the while.
So yeah, you've
The
got
manner of
it's sort
going.
of like you've got a main path up from the docks, and then it sort of opens out into like town. Lots of sort of winding alleys and buildings that are sort of all like leaning over one another, and it's all very sort of idyllic, like little town. It's a quiet village sort of vibe. And then there is like a town square where there is like a large clock, and then sort of further on, way past the end of the town square, like a few streets over, sort of. At the sort of the tip of almost the teardrop shape that the town forms is the wizard's tower there. In the town square, there are a number of things. You do see a tavern. You see like all sorts of businesses. There's sort of like a bakery. There's an ironmonger's, all this kind of stuff. As you arrive, the clock in the town square starts to strike the hour of 8 in the morning, and you hear a booming voice coming from far yonder going, "Good morning, Dettering! Hail and well met!"
Sounds like a wizard.
It immediately starts hailing. And I'm talking like cricket football-sized hailstones.
You must be
start
loving this,
pelting down in all over the town. You see, like, now you think of it, when the clock started striking, you did notice a few of the people in the street started hurrying their way quite quickly.
So this
You
happens
hear
every
a lot
day.
of
Twice
doors
a
kind of like slamming, window shutters being pulled too. Are you doing anything about this, or are you just going to sort of stand
Take
there until
shelter,
you're unconscious?
Right? Take cover.
Okay.
Under an awning or something.
An awning, perfect.
Yeah.
Yes, in fact, there are many, many, many awnings set up in the town square. You suspect for this very purpose.
Yeah.
Which is great if you're under an awning, but obviously with that many sort of bits of cloth angled like that at tension, what it is really doing is sort of just pinging them off in there. So I'm going to need everyone to make me a dexterity saving throw, please. We'll call this a 12 DC.
15.
18.
19.
17.
The rest of you are fine. Egbert gets a walloping great shiner.
Oh, no.
Just
Why
like
don't we take shelter in the tavern?
and
We've not reached it yet.
gouts of steam are coming off Egbert, obviously, because like fiery and lots of ice and all this kind of stuff. But you sort of take shelter under an awning, and about, I'm going to say 90 seconds to 2 minutes after it starts, done. No more hail.
Yep.
Stops. Just
That's
stops.
Magical hail, all right. Seems like this wizard is just being a regular wizard, i.e. annoying.
I suggest before the clock ticks the next hour,
Yeah.
we get indoors, find out what the hell's going on.
Yeah, well, okay. Is there a haberdashers in this square where we can get our winter variant Oxventurer outfits?
Yes, there are. Yeah,
Marvellous.
there is. It's CJ Pickwickle's haberdashery.
I love it. So whimsical. All right, yeah. Let's just go in and everyone pick out some winter clothes.
Yeah.
I've already got a fur coat, so.
I guess you're already got an internal combustion.
Yeah, and that
engine
too.
going
Yeah.
on.
I might want to, when you put a hot water bottle in like a fluffy thing to keep it warm.
Yeah.
That's me in my big fur coat.
Yeah. You're how many wolves and one dog?
79 wolves. and
One dog.
Yeah, I would like to pick a big black fur coat that an early 2000s rapper would consider too over the top.
All right. Wow. And the second age of Geth was like over the top as well. All right. CJ Pickwickle kind of comes out and is very solicitous, and you're pleased to note normal. It's like, hello,
Finally,
everybody.
someone normal.
You seem to be in need of some warmer clothing, I'd wager.
Yep, it's pretty
Yes,
chilly around here.
Mr. Pickwickle, and we'll pay anything.
No, we won't.
No.
We will pay the price that the things are. Thank you.
Yes, that's how commerce works.
I know, I understand it. Yeah. Not all of us do, but I do. So it's fine.
Very glad to hear it, sir. And what will you be having today?
Well, I would like a big, maybe like a long leather coat lined with warm fur. Actually, that sounds pretty good. Pretty cool. Yeah. Got any of
Certainly,
those?
sir. Yes, no, we have them. They're a little bit daring, one might say. He pulls back a curtain to reveal, they're just the gauchest coat you've ever seen.
Sweet. Yeah, looks perfect. Put it on and pop the collar.
Oh, all right. I thought I'd shift that, but that's fine. What else is everyone sort of select?
I'd like
from-
some warm boots. That's, Merowyn doesn't like cold feet.
Okay.
So yeah.
Will you be wanting toe boots or regular boots?
What?
You know, like when there are like shoes that have like individual. Those naked running
ones.
Regular,
No.
thank you.
All right. Toe boots are very in Dettering, you know.
Oh no.
This place just keeps getting worse.
This is an evil
First
place.
wizards with their hailstorms now are gross.
There is a darkness here. I sense it.
Individuated toes on their boots.
So unnecessary.
Could I would like, what I'm picturing is a sort of denim sleeveless jacket, but the denim bit is like really thick fur.
Yep.
So I want bare arms, but to be so warm here, and maybe with some
No,
like...
don't.
No,
No. We've all thought it, but none of us are saying it
No.
for a reason.
Bad.
I can't
So
remember what I said.
sleeveless.
Yeah,
then.
sleeveless. Yeah. But like with maybe some like big fur padded braces or something.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, absolutely.
Save your puns for the inevitable pun battle with the wizard later
Yeah.
on, Merowyn.
He's
You're going to
clearly
need
a pun
as many
master.
puns as you can get.
We'll only defeat him in a pun off.
A pun duel.
What's your evilest travelling cloak? Something big and furry.
Do you have one that hangs upside down from the ceiling?
Oh, yes. Yes, actually, fascinating. We've just got these in, actually. He launches into like a 10-minute explanation of how this particular part of Geth, I assume you're not from the continent. Well,
We've come from the south.
Oh, you come from the south. Ah, lovely. How was the...
Oh, spectacular.
Because and he starts talking about how there is a species of like enormous giant furred bat, sort of that's native to these parts. Famously difficult to capture, harder even to skin. But my goodness, they've done it, and it is a fabulous cloak. Which indeed, if you want to, it's got like an inbuilt sort of harness system where you can just wrap yourself up, and it's got sort of like hooks, so you can just hang upside down and sleep.
I love it.
Sleep hanging from the ceiling if you.
I'll
if
take
you
the
wish.
Batwing travelling coat.
All right.
Cool. So, fan artists, you've got all that?
Oh wait, also earmuffs, but special elf ones because the tips always get cold.
Okay.
Smart.
Yep. Okay. Good.
Thank you.
Skinned a lynx for those, he says cheerfully.
It's a bit like a cat, isn't it?
Yeah, different kind of wildcat. I'm
Okay.
fine. And you
Checking.
used all of it, right?
The only
Used
main
different parts.
difference is their
Oh, sure.
increased intelligence, sensitivity to pain.
Yeah.
Got it.
That's the native ear mufflinks.
I should have said skinned a tabaxi. Oh well.
Oh! Whoa!
Ooh.
We have
Whoa.
come to a savage land.
Oh, I'm sorry. Just moonbeaming some people who'd already surrendered and were fleeing the
Yeah.
Yeah, I
battlefield
heard
is
about what you
fine.
did.
But you offered to skin one tabaxi. It's not like it's rust.
Merowyn,
Or
pay
is
the...
it?
That makes me think it's rust.
Rust on the
who's
harbour is
Rust?
alive
I've never heard
and
of
has
that.
his own pelt. He's just off
Ooh.
somewhere doing something.
Doing rust
Splendid.
stuff.
Probably having a nice time.
Merowyn, pay the man.
Okay, I would like to pay for all of our goods.
While Merowyn's paying, I'll just be like, what was up with that hail?
Hmm?
What was up with the hail that just... did you see that? It was like 2 minutes of really intense hail.
Oh yes. Oh no, don't worry about that. Happens every morning at 8 a.m.
Why does it happen?
Well, did you hear a voice cry?
Yeah, did a
Good
pun.
morning, everybody. Hail and well met.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, well, that would be Jeremy Hodbuster.
Hodbuster.
Yeah, Jeremy Hodbuster. He's the town wizard.
Oh, okay. And what,
Ah.
he's punishing you?
No, he's kind of mostly harmless. You know just how some wizards just get really into the hermetic stuff, and they just lock themselves away,
Yeah.
and they just enjoy being with their scrolls and ooh, I'm a wizard and yada 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 yada. Well, the problem is he's been up there doing research for so long. He's got arcane energy coming out of his ears, and he's fond of just talking to people in turns of phrases. And well, what he doesn't realise is that what he says has effects on things.
Right.
So he says hail and well met. Bang, we get hail. And he loves saying it every single morning. Problem is, he's so far up there and he's so old that number one, he doesn't realise it's happening. And number two, we've been knocking on his door every single day for the last 15 years. Not once has he come down because it's quite a long way and he's not sure he's going to make it back up again.
Right. Does he just do the 8 a.m. one? Does he do it throughout the day?
He says all sorts of things throughout the day. We're never really sure what we're going to get, which is why the town motto is mind how you go.
Yeah. Yeah, I can
But
imagine.
you get used to it in a sort of ground down sort of way after 5 years or so.
Listen, Mr. Pickle Pants, was it?
Pickwickle.
Yes. We are on the trail of a dragon.
Right.
Now, we are tracking a dragon that was flying north. We know very little about its intended destination or where it may have gone or if it even made landfall anywhere around here. But I was wondering perhaps if it might be appropriate to gather everyone in the town together so we can just ask everyone at once, did anybody see this dragon? And I know that's a big ask, so what I'm proposing is a sort of exchange, a kind of commerce, goods for services. Maybe we could help you out with this wizard problem, and in return, town hall meeting.
Sure. Yes, that would be agreeable. I mean, I'll tell you up front. I don't want you to feel shortchanged or anything, but we will have seen a dragon come over. But that's again, we live in the close vicinity of Jeremy Hodbuster. It's not that uncommon a thing here.
I was
I'm
going to
afraid.
say, if anyone will know about dragons and where it went, it's probably old Jeremy Hodbuster himself.
Hodbuster.
Because he
Okay. All right.
look, he spends a lot of his time reading, but he has a very short attention span, so he's very fond of saying this book doesn't half drag on. And then all of a sudden,
Yeah.
half the town's on fire.
Well, in that case, it sounds.
I mean, we'll help you if we can. If it's to be tracked, we can find trackers. Sure. but
Yeah, brilliant. I mean,
I'm
this
just
is a
saying.
very.
Yes, we have seen dragons.
Okay, right. Well, this wasn't just any dragon. It was a frost dragon, and crucially, it was wounded, so it was probably flying in a slightly kind of limping in the sky limp. So yeah, so I think there's plenty of information that we can give a tracker to.
Yeah, I think we
work
need
with.
we need to go and pay this Jeremy Hodbuster a visit.
Yeah, bust his hod maybe.
Yeah, bust his hod in.
Okay. Well, pleasure doing business with you, and mind how you go.
Yeah,
We
mind
will.
how you
Yeah,
go.
you go.
Haha.
If you were us, Pickle Pants, how quickly would you encourage us to hasten up to the Wizard's Tower?
Firstly, it's Pickwickle, and
Yes.
secondly, I mean, it's every second you delay is a second wasted until he says something else. It's just strange and unusual.
Whoa. Okay.
You really don't know what you're going to get with Jeremy Hodbuster, which is why we say, mind how you
Mind
go.
how you
There you
go.
go.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, let's hasten to the tower.
Let's
I
go
suppose.
mindfully to the tower. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess we'll have to wait for that hot meal.
Or will we? I can simply cast Prestidigitation on
A meal.
A rock.
on what's the nearest thing to me on the floor?
I'm not eating something off the floor.
It will taste like a hot meal. What do you want?
I'm
Sounds
gonna
hungry.
Nutrition.
Oh,
We're literally in
It's
the
just
tower.
it's a bunch of like cloth offcuts.
cloth offcut. Is it like leather? You can eat leather if you're desperate.
Yes. Yeah. There's
Right.
some leather in there.
Leather offcuts. Corazon, take a bite.
While Dob has been doing this, I've walked over to a taco truck, got myself some tacos, and headed back, which I'm now eating.
I'll allow it.
I've flavoured this old leather to taste salted. Corazon, there's enough for everyone.
They've got carnitas if you want.
I'm full now.
Really good.
Really filling.
Full of leather.
Filled up on leather off.
Really filling.
Okay.
Please leave.
Appetite gone.
It's like a pineapple salsa. It's really nice.
Oh, stomach cramps.
Maybe it's hunger cramps.
Oh.
How much damage does he take?
Oh, God.
Constitution saving throw.
All right. Off
I
to...
don't know. That was so unsettling. I'm not really sure. I don't know why that's really given me the ick. But
It's not going to persuade me to eat it.
oh, okay. No, I take it back. I'm rolling a d12. 12. Roll of natural 12. You take 12 points of
Thanks,
leather
Barroway.
damage.
Oh no!
Just got Dob back up to full health now. CJ Pickwickle, standing in his shop, says, "Please leave."
Sorry, yes, okay.
We better had.
leave.
All right,
All right, everyone over to
Take care.
let's cheese out to the
Jeremy
tower.
Hodbuster's tower.
It's a drizzle has started in the town. Just it's raining now. Just FYI, as you go. But thanks to your lovely new clothes, or just continued innate fieriness, you barely even feel it, which is nice.
Great. So, just remind me, the tower is sort of beyond the town square. Does it have its own approach street, or is it?
Yeah,
like
it's got like an
adjacent?
approach street. So if you imagine kind of like if you got the docks down here, then the town is like teardrop shaped.
Mhm.
So you got the town square right in the middle, like streets here, and then there's just like a winding path
Okay.
that leads a little further away to Jeremy Hodbuster's wizard tower.
Cool. We're gonna head up there. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Gonna head up to the door, I guess.
How does it look? The wizard tower, like standard wizard tower.
Yeah, standard in that it is like rickety and
How
like,
tall is it? Is it like a few stories tall or like
oh, it's tall.
enormous?
I'm gonna say it's like 7 stories tall.
Oh, right.
This thing is tall, and it's just got that the classic one little window.
Oh yeah. A Rapunzel window. Gotcha.
Yep. And it's got a very large door at the foot of it with like a very large door knocker.
Yeah. I mean, let's we may as well try that.
Yeah.
Hello, Mr. Hodbuster.
Don't know why this is making me laugh. From above, you hear the sound of 2 palms going slap slap on stone, and then a little head pokes up and goes, "Hello there."
Hello. Yes, we were wondering if we could. We're from the south. We've travelled here to visit the great wizard Jeremy Hodbuster. We were wondering if you'd let us in so we could talk.
Haha. No wonder you want to get out of the elements. Why, it's practically raining cats and dogs.
No! They go, no!
You hear screams start in the town. As indeed, nearby it just starts just mammals start pelting it down.
Ooh.
Like all the cats are just kind of landing on their feet and
But
scampering.
how about the dogs?
The dogs are bouncing off awnings, just kind of getting spilled into the street. There's a
dogs
lot of
burst.
yelping running around. There's in one particular burst of rain, you know, when
Burst
it
of
comes
dog.
down in sheets.
Yeah.
Just like 8 French bulldogs all hit the deck and are just and just kind of running around, confused and upset.
Okay, but not burst.
Jeremy Hodbuster does not seem to notice this whatsoever. So you've been wanting to see me, is it?
Yes, that's right. If you could let us in, it is starting to get a bit heavier out here.
I'm afraid not. Only the door is a long way down there and I'm a long way up here. My knees won't take it, you know.
We could come up to you.
Well, if you can come up to me, you're more than welcome to. But if wishes were fishes, we'd all cast nets. Dob, you kind of... You're not sure what's going on. You think maybe the leather's repeating on you. But actually,
Impossible.
Instead, you just regurgitate 30 or 40 foot of trawler net. There's,
Is this going to get the fish out my lungs?
The fish is already out of
This
your
is
lungs.
already out.
Oh, good.
No, well, because we forgot that we killed the fish.
Yeah.
And then we
yeah.
brought the fish back to life by merit of omission, and then we gave it a sword and some chainmail.
True.
So no, you can hear it hacking away at the net to keep itself free. It's
Okay. So I just pull out the frayed end of a net, and I guess the rest is just in there.
Yep.
Forever now.
All right.
Yep.
Okay, if we could just let ourselves in and come up to you, yeah?
Sure, why not?
Okay, does the door open?
No, it's locked.
All right, what kind of lock are we talking about here? Let me have a look at it with some thieves' tools.
It seems very plain.
Well, that's a relief.
Hey, folks, it seems very plain. Let me just get some thieves' tools on this.
Make me a dex sleight of hand check, please.
It's a natural 20.
All right. 2 things happen at once.
Oh.
Firstly, you hear the satisfying and reassuring clunk of a lock engaging and turning, and you also hear an alarm go off. This is some sort of magic sound-making alarm. In Jeremy Hodbuster's voice, it goes, "Whoa, whoa, whoa!" You hear the voice from above go, I see you've triggered my alarm. Yes, I installed that myself. I thought that'll keep the wolf from the door. Maybe a dex saving throw, please, Carpe.
9.
There is a wolf attached to your arm. It is going to do you 8 points of piercing damage.
Oh.
It's just there there's just a wolf attached to your arm right now.
Okay, I curse about wizards under my breath and shake at the wolf.
I cast animal friendship.
Is this technically an animal, or is this just a magic conjured thing?
I tried to find out by punting it.
Kick it off.
Yeah, I'm going to try and kick it off my arm.
All right, make me a.
I'm panicking.
There's
There's a wolf on me.
Would that be a? It's probably more dex than it is strength to kick a wolf that's on your own arm and
I'd say
flailing,
so.
right? Maybe a dex attack. Let's see.
22.
Okay, so good news. Yes, you can cast animal friendship on it.
Okay.
Bad news, it's just been kicked in the tum tum.
Is it off my arm?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
It's gonna tear off toward town. Because
Cool. Well, luckily it's quite a thick leather coat with a fur lining. So.
Yeah.
And now it's the town's problem.
Yep, it goes into Savages of Doberman.
Sweet. All right, is the door open though?
The door is open.
Okay.
Wait,
Hooray.
when did I cast? I'm trying to work. Did I cast it before you kicked it or after?
I was being bitten
Oh, you
by a
just
wolf
asked me if you
merrill when I wasn't paying attention to who was casting what.
Okay.
It's away.
I didn't. It's fine.
It's away.
It's fine.
All right, I'm going to have a very strong word with this Hodbuster. I march angrily up the stairs.
All right.
7 stories worth of stairs.
Yeah, it takes you a while, especially since this is one of those. It's like it's a wizard town. The wizard's been living there for ages, so like it's whimsical in a really annoying way.
Yeah.
Right.
Like you'll be,
Exactly
going
what
up
you
the stairs, and suddenly Corazon's like tramping up the stairs, and suddenly actually Corazon's over there and is tramping sideways up some different stairs. You keep going, but then you're not going that way.
Kitchen's washing itself.
Yeah.
And now
Yeah.
I'm upside down on a different staircase.
Yeah.
Exactly.
There's
Ah.
a portrait on the wall of someone taking a bath and it's moving and they're scrubbing their back and singing a funny song about
Exactly.
scrubbing their back.
Is
There's
there
potion
anything good
bottles
to
from
steal
Grumble and Grimm's.
On the way up, are there any magical tomes of great power and value?
Make me maybe an intelligence arcana check.
Ooh.
Because I'm going to say there's loads of magical stuff in here, but it's working out
a lot
what's
of it's
real.
trash,
and
whimsical
what's-
trash.
yeah, exactly.
yeah, for the tourists. All right, that's intelligence arcana. Did you say? Okay. So 19.
Okie dokie. Okay. You stop by a bookcase that has, like, from afar, it looks like the bookcase of your dreams. Lots of, like, ominous looking leather and skin, but you can tell it's like skin, not just leather bound tomes.
Yeah. If you were to open any of them, it would make a kind of ghastly kind of screaming
Exactly that.
from the void. Yeah.
And you're kind of peering at the titles when suddenly, from out of nowhere, just like a candelabra kind of appears. With a legally distinct accent.
Hello! I see you are reviewing mine books.
Nailed
Oh,
it.
these are yours.
Yes. Well, some of them were made by the wizard. But you look like you want the genuine article.
Yes, please.
Take this one.
Okay.
Be my guest.
I will. I'll reach for the book that the candelabra pointed at.
I roundhouse kick the candelabra. I've had enough of this magical bullshit.
I try the grey stuff.
Roll me a d20.
Oh.
To find out if it's delicious.
Stop trying things
18.
you find on the
Oh, it is
floor.
delicious.
Oh.
Yeah. No, it was on the floor. Actually, no, it's like grouting from in between some of the bricks.
Did the grey stuff come out of the candelabra when I kicked it?
Prudence, you have acquired a. All right. Yeah. Okay. Prudence, you've acquired a tome that has. Basically, it's kind of like a. It seems like it can teach you a fascinating new ritual cantrip, which seems quite appropriately themed around Jeremy Hodbuster. So I'm going to say, from now on, you can take 10 points of damage.
Okay.
You can basically use it as like a conjuration cantrip. Kind of like how when Jeremy Hodbuster says something like, it's raining cats and dogs, it starts raining cats and
It
dogs.
has to be an idiom.
It has to be an idiom.
Oh.
But you can make an idiom become reality.
Ah.
That's
For 10 points of damage.
10 points is harsh. What's your...
It's no less than I deserve.
It's also extremely
I
powerful.
don't know.
You
I'm
can think
thinking
of some good idioms.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
thinking of some idioms.
Yeah, all right, yeah. So, basically,
Like,
you
never
can-
bring a knife to a gunfight. Or something. Suddenly you've got a
You've
load of
invented guns.
yeah.
Yeah, all right, yeah. So 10 hit points, and you can buy... You can make an idiom into a reality.
Amazing. New school of idiom magic.
I'm still angrily
Stash it.
stamping up the stairs. I throw open a door. I see my own back opening the door in front of me. I slam it angrily and I carry on up the stairs.
Yep. Okay. What else do we have going? What's one more annoying thing you can encounter on the way up to see a wizard?
An owl.
An owl. Yeah, there's just an owl. Just looks like really stern.
I flip it off.
Flip it off its perch.
Yeah, and then I topple it up.
Okay, yeah. You just like open hand slap an owl into the wall. Sure, why not?
Hey!
Corazon's cranky.
Yeah.
Do you think it's because he dinged his ship?
Yeah, I think so.
Gotta be.
I've been having a bad day.
You finally make it all the way up to the very top of the wizard's tower, and oh my goodness, it's bigger on the inside than it is on the outside.
Whoa.
You open into like a big open floor where there's like a roaring great fire. Inexplicably, there's a little lovely like freshwater brook running through part of the room, and there's a hot water spring. And there's sort of like, there's a small forest in one corner. Whimsy, whimsy, whimsy.
Sure, yeah.
And there are
I'm
books
having the best
absolutely
time.
everywhere. And Jeremy Hodbuster is off up a tree with a sickle, just like, just harvesting some leaves.
All right, Hodbuster. Get your wizard ass down here.
What's that? Who's calling for my wizard ass?
It's me.
A giant wizard ass of it is.
It is an idiom and gag.
Yeah.
It's tempting. He climbs back down and goes, "Oh, hello there. Are you all the people who are yelling at me from the ground?"
Yes, the town is
Yes.
blanketed in darkness as a huge wizard ass moves in.
Both of the sons of Geth are blotted out. Well, I'm very surprised you made it all the way up here. You didn't make a bargain with the owl, did you?
No, the owl let us pass freely, I said.
You!
Someone else talk to this guy while I calm down, because otherwise I'm going to lamp him.
Did
Oh,
you
goodness.
know that
Does someone need to blow off some steam? Corazon's steam just from like every hole in your face, even your eyes.
Stanley's whimsical wizard.
What was that? Weird.
Jeremy, are you aware that things you say are spoken into existence? Are you aware of this power that you have?
Ooh, words have very great power, my boy.
I'm going to stop you there before you say anything else.
Very wizard response.
I can't see because of the steam coming out of my eyes, but I'm just swinging.
It's becoming quite a problem for the townsfolk below. Every time you say something like "hail and well met,"
Hail and well met.
Oh.
slightly deaf are we as well.
You just see sort of distant anarchy noises coming from out the window. What do you mean?
It tends to happen to the townsfolk, so they are currently being pelted with hailstones because that's what you said the word hail. Don't say it again.
Well, nonsense. No, if I'd said something and it was coming true, the town would have let me know by now, I'm sure.
They keep trying to, but you won't come down from your wizard perch.
We're here on their behalf.
We're letting you know now.
No, now, dummy.
But what do you mean? No, it's a long way down and my knees aren't what they used to be. So, but you're letting me know now.
Yeah. We've come up here to tell you that you should be either be careful what you say or
Yes.
expend some of this arcane energy you've been storing up. Surely you've been storing up something. You can think of some good to do with
Shoot
an
it into
enormous
the
amount
sky or
of stored
something.
magic. Well,
Yeah.
maybe not shoot into the
Just
sky.
fire it directly into the sky, or use it up.
I mean, all right. He goes to the window and just like... he sends like an arcing massive ball of magic energy out.
Wow, that could
And I
have
say
done
when it's
some good.
arcing, I unfortunately mean it is on an arced
Yeah.
trajectory.
Oh.
Yeah.
So it'll land somewhere. He goes, well, thank you for telling me.
Okay. Well, has that dissipated the
Well,
magic? Say a phrase.
No,
No,
Say-
we should
well,
devise
Have you ever heard the phrase between a rock and a
phrase.
hard place?
No, that sounds like it could go badly wrong.
The first one that
We'd be
came to mind.
crushed
That's
between a rock and a
Ah.
hard place.
Between a rock and a hard place.
Nothing's going to happen because he's used up all the magic, you see.
It's a distant, like,
You know when he said his
The
knees
ground
aren't what
shakes
they
him.
used to be? Are they elbows now? Or something?
no, oh, no, it just means he's old.
Yeah, I know, but
Oh.
he said it out loud. I wondered whether it had an
Oh, I
effect.
see.
if his
Oh,
knees
his
were
knees aren't what they
magically
used to be.
replaced.
Oh,
Yeah.
I see.
Are they elbows now? Or?
Ah.
Yeah, they just
Thumbs.
go backwards now. He's like, he
Right,
walks
like
a
an
bird.
ostrich. Yeah, got it.
So anyway, would anyone like some tea? He says, kind of clicks his fingers
Yes,
and
please.
like,
Yeah.
a flame starts. He hangs a kettle off nothing.
Hmm.
And he
Sort of
sprinkles some leaves in it. Clonk.
Foaming mugs of whimsical butterscotch drink.
Can we huddle? Can we
Yes.
huddle, team?
Yeah.
Excuse
Team
me.
huddle.
As
Jeremy.
the steam stopped coming out of my eyes and face now.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
We could be out here in 10 minutes if we cut this guy's tongue out.
I like it.
Welcome back, Prudence. It's good
I
to
like it.
have you on the team
Problem
again.
solving every day. Tell me it wouldn't work.
You're not hearing a no from this side.
Okay.
Well, I mean, okay, let's...
We do need him to give us information.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we need
we
to... He
need-
might know about the dragon, so...
Yeah.
Well, why don't we ask him about the dragon?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jeremy, have you seen a wounded ice dragon fly past here recently?
And
Wounded
please
ice.
speak very literally.
Yeah.
Have
idioms.
I seen a wounded ice dragon
And which...
recently?
Recently, yeah. It would have been in the last sort of couple of months.
Recently.
Flying from the
From
south
the south.
for you.
Let's see. Oh, difficult. Only I've been so busy recently, everything's sort of all up in the air. Gravity stops working. He doesn't seem to notice. It's like, I think I might have seen something like that. Yes, actually.
Do you remember which way it went?
Did you see where it went?
Jeremy?
Seal game? No.
He's rotating like the pen in 2001.
Oh, me? No. My goodness. No, I spend so much of my time reading, I can't see the wood for trees. His eyes turn into two small saplings. He doesn't seem to notice, but gravity starts working again because he's said something else now.
Okay.
It seems like only one idiom can
Exist at a
Yeah.
time.
apply at a time, so that's
Ooh.
good.
It's good.
Although
Or
there was a wolf and a Doberman at the same time. I think they just wear off.
I just went
No grudge.
Jeremy,
May
you've been
surprise you to
doing
know
this.
I wasn't too exact in planning that.
Jeremy, you've been doing this for a long time. You've been doing this for a long time, this research up here in the Magic Tower.
Well, yes, it takes a long time to learn anything as a wizard. That's why we enjoy our gifts so much.
Do you still enjoy it as much as you used to, or would you say the magic's gone out of it?
No, I wouldn't say the magic's gone out of it. In fact, I'd say, if anything, there's more magic here than ever before.
No!
The teapot starts singing.
A roundhouse kick the teapot.
On my teapot, and when I'm bubbling and brewing,
Bang.
That's strange. I thought I was making tea. Oh well.
Jeremy, you've got to stop this, or else we're going to have to cut your tongue out.
No, but Jeremy has seen the dragon.
Yeah, I know.
So we can't
All right.
cut.
Which way? You don't remember which way the dragon
Although
went? or
Jeremy
you-
could simply write down where the dragon went. So we can do that with a
That's
cutout.
not
He
tongue.
might be less cooperative after we've cut out his tongue.
Let's not.
Also,
let's try-
clearly Jeremy is a very powerful wizard. At the
Yeah.
moment, Jeremy's whimsical, but
That's true.
That's true. We're nice. Let's be nice. Jeremy, do you remember which way the dragon went?
Well, give me a moment. There we go. No.
Good one.
Oh, there was going to be something else on there. But if it was a white dragon and it's wounded, it's probably looking for somewhere to rest and heal up. And of course, white dragons prefer what?
Snow.
Snow and high up places.
Yes.
That's right. So all you need to do is find a frozen peak somewhere, and Bob's your uncle.
Great.
You all
No.
suddenly develop strong and like vivid, lovely memories of like.
Bob, our old travelling
Yeah,
guide.
you all of you are remembering the same Uncle Bob. You all now have like years and years of lovely memories with Uncle Bob.
Is
Are
it
we
the,
all
is it
related
the Bob
now?
who was following us around
Yeah.
for a while?
I'm not that cruel. No, it is not that Bob.
Okay, good. Just
all the Oxventurers are now blood relations.
We'll get it.
This,
Yeah.
this could
Married.
Get a bit House of the
Married.
this
Dragon.
could hurt the fan
No, no,
fic
no.
situation.
Say that out loud.
Egbert
Sorry.
Oh,
I
good lord.
missed that.
made it weird.
I missed
Okay.
that and I'm kind of glad I didn't.
Right, then we need to. We said to the townsfolk we'd stop him doing all this.
Yes.
So there must be some sort of magical
Neutralising-
way neutralizing his power.
I'll be perfectly honest, I'm still not entirely sure what it is you're talking about.
What is it that you're researching up here?
Oh, you know, this and that. Just wizard things.
Just-
Things that interest me. And everything interests me. I'm a wizard.
Well,
He was already wearing a wizard hat. No, he's wearing a second one.
And as a wizard, Jeremy, your source of magical power is your studies.
Yes, yeah. We're not like all of these fancy damn warlocks just agreeing to become magic with someone or you know, praying it into our systems. Boring.
Or like
no.
a mage, for instance. You're not like those guys.
No, yeah, mages. Phew, hate
Okay.
those.
I don't have-
No, it's just years and years of study, which is why I live up here in my weird study library place.
What if we destroyed his study?
Running out of idioms.
If we destroyed the tower and all Jeremy's books, and
If we got him interested in another field of study,
another hobby.
got him another hobby,
Yeah.
maybe he could
Hey.
take up golf.
Teach a man to fish.
Maybe he likes fishing.
fishing.
Yeah.
Fishing.
Oh, he's neat. He can't leave
Does
the tower.
anyone
He needs to
have
do
a
something
to-
indoors.
Does
What are
any-
you all muttering about anyway? Come on, spill the beans.
Oh.
There are beans all over the floor.
We're running out of time before he murders us accidentally with an idiom.
With beans.
Does anyone have a total amnesia spell?
Yeah, one of you wizards must have that.
I'm a wizard.
I could cast confusion.
No, that's not going to help. He'd start inventing idioms.
I'd love
Even
a
worse.
new hobby though. If you did want to introduce me to a new field of study, it's just that all I have here are books on magic and whimsy.
Okay.
Oh, well, what if we found a book on defeating Liliana and gave that to
I'm not sure if anyone's written that. But
We could write it when we
could
defeat
write the book.
Liliana.
But then
And
if
then-
we knew how to, we would have
Yeah.
already.
Yeah. All right,
Yeah.
scrap Prudence's plan.
Okay. What I do have is a complete collection of the Penny Dreadful Adventures of Corazon de Baena, if you're looking for something new to read.
What are those?
Oh, they're exciting swashbuckling adventures about a cool pirate on the high seas.
And you have all of them here?
I produce an enormous stack.
Surely you're pulling my leg. You instantly teleport 15 foot across the room, and you don't remember taking his leg into your arm, but you've got your foot on his chest. Ow!
Oh, sorry,
Ow!
sorry.
Ow!
Sorry, I put his leg down.
You know, maybe you have a point. Maybe
we have a point. Coneheads.
am I going to be that cruel? No, all of you are just holding a pointy thing.
Okay.
Like Egbert has a pencil. For some reason, Dobby, you are holding like an entire doner kebab, like elephant leg,
Oh,
just like on the spike.
okay.
But you're still full from boots
Yeah.
and
Well, they
trawler
do
net.
They do have a good meal deal.
Dear.
Boo, boo, boo. That
Firstly,
doesn't work.
boo. Secondly,
No, they
no,
don't.
they don't.
They don't.
Other meal deals are available.
Like a very cold, small sandwich.
Sure, I mean, if it's for the good of the town, sure, I'll abandon my life's work of study and just pay attention to other things. Seems like a good idea.
Just for a while, you might enjoy these swashbuckling adventures. Why
All
not?
right, cool. I mean, yeah, it's easier than cutting out my tongue or something, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
No,
Right.
he heard that. That's bad.
He's a very powerful wizard. to be
Yeah.
fair.
Yeah.
Well, thank goodness you came along when you did. Very timely, but of course, a stitch in time saves 9.
No.
It's like somehow it's now the early hours of the morning. You have
We're
like, in
back
the
in
blink of an
town.
eye flashed forward like
Oh.
I'm going to say actually like 16 hours. So you've all had a long rest.
Oh, great.
Hooray!
So you're healed up again.
Wait, I will
Um,
switch out my spells. Yeah.
Like, look, if you look out of the window, you'll see that the town has just about got its stuff under control. Like you can see the last of the cats that came down the other
Sweet
day is
being
being,
swept out.
being swept
All the
out.
burst dogs being swept up.
Yep. The wolf
Okay.
has been sort of like caged.
How long does it take to read every Corazon Penny Dreadful Corazon?
Oh, there are hundreds of them. It'll take months and months.
Big writing though, isn't it?
Pictures.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you need
Chewable.
Each picture takes
Waterproof and
about
chewable.
each picture takes about an hour to fully digest if you're looking really hard at all the
I
details.
see.
Okay. All right.
Counting the
Well,
acts and stuff.
we've maybe we've at least bought the town a reprieve. I'd
Yeah.
look around to see if any stupid whimsy is happening.
Yeah, if like a load of cooks are spoiling some broth or something.
Do you say that out loud?
Yeah. I say I'm looking around to see if any cooks are spoiling any broth.
What's that you say? Too many cooks spoil the broth. And he goes back to reading a Penny Dreadful.
Okay.
You don't hear anyone screaming.
All right.
You
Well,
don't
let's
seem
head
to
back
hear it.
down
Oh, okay.
and see.
Well, let's just
Well,
say
it was
an
very
idiom.
nice to meet you,
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Jeremy Tugmaster. whatever.
Hotbuster,
That was it.
who wrote
Corazon.
these?
The author is anonymous.
Oh, they're not good, but they're compelling.
Well, it's art
You'll
is
take it.
art is subjective, I say. I didn't turn on my heel and walk out of the town.
Out of the tower, right?
Straight
Out of the
Out of the window.
not out of the window, Prudence. I walk out of the room and down the stairs.
Oh, if only it was so simple to just walk out of a magic tower. You exit the room. There's a small staircase. At the bottom of the staircase is an owl that goes, "Psst, oi, mister."
Ignore the owl.
Oh.
I want to talk to this out.
Oi,
Owl
mister.
wants to talk to the owl.
Do you want to buy a...
Some drugs.
Time sharing on the Costa del Sol.
Oi, mister, I'm going to go with it. Do you want to buy some drugs or perhaps a timeshare on the Costa del Sol?
I want to buy the drugs.
All right. Cool.
I'm imagining the owls like with a wing. Little bags.
Of course, these are display only.
All right, well, what do you got? I'm looking for a not whimsical time.
Oh. Just trust me on this one. He goes like that. You take that. You take half that pellet now, half in 6 hours, and you'll have a non-whimsical time.
Okay.
I'm not going to lie. Luke, this bit's run away with me.
Me too.
Okay, great.
I'm buying ecstasy from an owl.
That's you know what? Because I was like, there has to be a reason not to do a deal with the owl. I think that's the reason. Not to do
That's a
deal
great
with it.
reason.
He goes, "There you go. It's on the house."
All right. Well, the first one often is. Okay.
I'm just about, you know that meme? You know that meme where it's a guy with a domino and a big domino? Gary Gygax finds wargaming too restrictive. Luke buys drugs from an owl.
So anyway, you make your way back down the stairs. Lots of other whimsical things happen, but let's just skip past it.
I roundhouse kick every whimsical thing on the way.
All right. You kick a small deer.
Just going down the stairs like a spinning top.
Its mother gets killed by a hunter.
A talking clock whose hands are its mustache.
Yes, exactly. Both of those fly off, like the
Good.
hands. Yeah, that'll do. Yeah, fine. You exit the tower. It's becoming less magical as he becomes more absorbed in the... Actually, it just becomes more like Corazon-like. So there's just more like soft furnishings popping up.
Nice.
And like decanters full of brandy and stuff like that.
Great.
Okay.
I'm liking this place more and more.
All right. Let's head back to the town.
Yeah.
Let them know.
About the great deeds
Yeah.
we've committed.
Exactly. That for as long as it takes someone to get bored of the complete works of Corazon, which we think will be a very long time.
At least an afternoon.
At least, yeah.
You've got to reread them to really get the nuance.
Exactly. And then there's going to be sort of fan community groups.
Once you know who the killer is, you go back and read it again.
The killer is Corazon.
So let's go tell the town about their reprieve.
Yeah.
And then strike out north towards the nearest big mountain.
Well, they can tell us where the nearest frozen peak is.
Yeah.
They can help us with some tracking, maybe.
Yeah.
And local knowledge.
Sounds good.
All right,
Okay,
so we head
so-
to the tavern, I guess.
Pickle Pants.
Oh, you want to head back to Pickle Pants?
Well, I mean, Pickle Pants is the one who was going to assemble the
I
whole
don't
town.
think their name was Pickle Pants.
Pickle
Wait.
Rum Pub.
Wick Pickle.
Pickwickle.
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 Pickwickle. Let's go talk to Pickwickle.
Can we be having this conversation in front of Pickwickle?
Was there something you wanted to tell me?
Yes, Pickwickle. We, the deal is struck. We've held up our end of the accord. Now, if you wouldn't mind gathering the whole town, we want to ask them some questions about that wounded dragon I mentioned earlier.
Hang on. You're telling me Jeremy Hodbuster's not going to plague us with idioms anymore?
He is no longer doing idiom magic research. He is now embedded in a months-long read-through of some very exciting swashbuckling adventures. I have some more copies if you would like. They're 1 copper piece an issue.
Something tells me you're not going to have to worry about Hodbuster for a long time. And there's an asterisk next to long time when I say it, and at the bottom it says, may not be long time. Times may vary from actual time stated. So, the town meeting. Dig up here. The town meeting we were talking about.
Well, surely I have to verify this myself before I gather the whole town. He starts to he pokes his head out the door very, very cautiously.
As you'll see, no whimsical magic.
Oh, wait. Hang on. We need to find out. We need to go to the tavern and order the soup and see if it's gone bad. Because we had him say the
That's how
idiom,
we'll verify it.
and that's how we verify it.
All right, let's go get some soup.
Let's go
Yes.
get the soup of the day at the tavern.
Come
I
with
can
us.
go for some soup.
Yeah, lunch is
well,
on us.
Okay,
Oh,
all right.
great.
It was kind of an Oxventurers thing, but that's okay. You can come.
Lunch is on us.
Jeremy Hodbuster said to
Yeah.
when he cooks for all the broth before we left his tavern, so if the soup is good, we'll know that he's no longer doing his whole thing.
Okay, sure. Sounds good to me. Let me just lock up.
Okay.
Click. Let's go.
Wow, the immersion.
Well, isn't it?
Okay. All right. Here,
Where's the tavern? What is the
It
tavern?
is just across the way.
It's called
It is called the.
the many cooks.
the Busting Hod.
It was clearly
God's
called
head.
something else a while ago, but it's now just called the Nondescript Tavern.
Cool.
Okay.
That's
Well,
one of those
imagine-
new gastro taverns.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it's kind of like
It's
you
like in
just-
it's Helvetica.
Yeah.
lowercase, yeah.
That's it. Yeah, you just in a town like this one, it doesn't pay to have an inn called like the Dancing Bear or the Horse and Hounds or anything like that.
Yes,
So they're
yes,
just
of
like.
course.
Yeah.
In fact, CJ Pickwickle's is the only place that you notice has any flair to its signage or to its name. The others are just literally just bakery,
Yeah.
ironmongers,
Yeah.
nondescript tavern.
Yeah. Normal
All right.
pub.
Okay.
All right. Well, let's go in.
Yeah, I just
A
want to.
round of soups.
Yeah,
Bartender.
soups for everyone in the
Yeah.
bar.
Walk up to the bar, slap a silver piece down, and I say, "Soups for everyone, please.
Soups are on him.
A round of soups. Give me them soups. Suit me."
Superb, he says, gathering tankards.
What have you people learned about wordplay?
Oh no, yeah, actually, he goes white as a sheet. You never know when the wizard might be listening. You might give him ideas. He tosses off into the back
Excuse
and
me?
appears. Actually, not with tankards. He just sort of appears like this, like in a T-pose, with the bowls of soup just balanced on his arm. Because here you are, the soup of the day.
Okay.
Broccoli and also Stilton.
Oh, sounds good. All right, I gingerly take a little,
I've drained
Little-
mine already.
Okay.
like a little cat's tongue kind of that just starts out. Going in out of soup.
How is it? Is it spoiled?
It is good.
Yeah, we did it. There we go.
Goes, and like drains his. He just got like soup cascading
Yeah.
down the front of his quite fine clothes. He goes, "My God, Wilbur, they've done it. They went and spoke to Hodbuster. I don't know what they did. Maybe they cut out his tongue or something. But he's not doing it anymore. It didn't look." At that point, like, I'm going to say you hear a cock crow, because obviously, you know, we flashed forward quite a way, and you hear a distant voice go, "Good morning, Dettering! Hail and well met!" And everyone goes, "Ugh." And it's not hailing outside.
There we go.
See,
He's still doing the newsletter though.
That we can't
He's
fix.
just friendly.
Yeah.
The barman says, "Wonderful. We can finally all rename our businesses back to what they were before.
Yeah. It'll be fine for a few months.
This pub is no longer going to be Nondescript Tavern. The
the
cascade
angry bear
of
of murder.
screaming, crying, vomiting babies is back open for business, everybody."
Fishes the old sign out from the back.
It's got it's got a sign of like, you know, like when you've got like pub signs that are like the old sun, and they've got like the sun with like its passive face,
Yeah.
and then like the individual sunbeams coming off it. Imagine that, but their legs on like a giant like
Oh no.
like Catherine wheel of like just
Vomiting
vomiting,
babies.
screaming babies.
Got it,
Great.
okay.
Yep,
Sure.
that's going to look real sweet up there. Anyway, so, dragon.
Yeah. Come on,
Looking
Eagle
for a-
Piggle. It's time to hold up your end of the bargain.
You know what? By this point, I'd normally be getting quite annoyed, but you have done us a favour, and frankly, that was some pretty great soup. So, all right, I'll gather the town. Do you want Hodbuster there, or should we not slip him an invite?
Let's not
leave him
bother
to his
Hodbuster.
studies.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Well, I guess I'll just go call General Assembly then.
If you would.
Yeah. We try not to do it all that often. It's very bad for the town clock.
Unfortunately, it's sort of the deal, though.
I know. I was just saying we try not to do it too often because it's bad for the town clock. He wanders back into the town square, wrenches open the front of the very delicate, like, automated clock that rings out the hour, and just grabs hold of a clapper and it's like ding 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 ding, and you just hear like gears kind of like
That does look
really
nice.
isn't good for the clock. And the townsfolk start to gather. You notice many of them are kind of like slipping from awning to awning. And
Don't
people
worry,
have no
townsfolk.
fear.
You'll be safe for a time.
What?
For a time.
For a long time.
That's
For
right.
a time.
For a time.
A long
You are
time isn't
safe
time.
now. You are safe now. And they can't see that now is in italics.
You're safe now.
You're safe now, villagers.
Yeah.
How? How so? Pickwickle kind of speaks up. It's true. They've stopped Hodbuster doing whatever that annoying thing he was doing for the last 40 years was.
40 years.
You are freed from the curse of Hodbuster, and all we ask for in return is help finding the dragon that we're tracking. We need to find a frozen peak nearby where the dragon may have gone, and any other advice or info you can give us about the area would be greatly received by us, your saviors. And money.
Make me
Also
a
wants.
charisma performance check, please. Corazon, Egbert, I want you to make me a wisdom perception check.
Alright. That's 18 minus 1 for 17.
16.
All right. You hear like a general murmur from the crowds, being like, "Yeah, all right, well, like people are warming to the idea that actually the curse might be lifted on the town." and that all you want is a bit of information in return. That's tremendous, great. You're like, oh yeah, we should help them. Help the adventurers. They saved us all. Egbert, you notice that there are a trio of people standing in the background who aren't quite so. Well, they aren't talking to anybody. In fact, they don't seem that animated. You can feel from like the depths of the tallest one's hood. He's probably pushing 7 feet tall. You can just feel that you are being observed very, very keenly, like a piercing gaze.
Okay.
That it is intense and studied.
I think we're being watched.
As a point of information, did we leave the eggs on the ship or bring them with us?
Did you? That's a question.
Prudence, have
Dragon
you ever
Ball
heard the
Wizard
phrase,
Town.
we've put all our eggs in one basket?
Yeah, yes.
Hey, if we'd gotten him to say that, we would have had a sweet basket for all our eggs.
Mm-hmm.
We're terrible babysitters.
But
imagine
Prudence could say it,
Why would I say?
because you've got the
You've got
magic.
No, she needs to
You'd-
take a hit first.
You'd take
She'd
10.
lose.
Oh,
she'd
it-
lose 10 hit points.
Oh, okay.
Oh, all right, fair enough.
Well,
Yeah, on the ship, we would have. They were on a fairly large cart, right? So I think it only makes sense that they were on the hold in the
yeah.
Yeah. Like,
Triple
hidden
down.
amongst all.
Yeah.
in the JD.
And we secured the
barrels.
ship. We don't. I mean, you've got ship alarms,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, I've got the.
You
Yeah.
click the clicker and it goes.
Well,
Beep, beep, beep.
they wanted a monthly fee.
Oh no.
You've got
Ah.
your magic eyeball thing.
Eyeball.
Yeah, look
My
at it.
clairvoyance.
eyeball on a stick.
You can look at it remotely with your eyeball.
Oh, that's true. Like a baby
Like
monitor.
a-
yeah.
Yes, magic baby monitor. Actually, no, I only last 10 minutes, so it's not a very permanent solution.
Can you switch it off and on again?
Well, you could check
So you
that they're
check
there
it
now.
and then the battery
Yeah,
lasts
all
for 10
right. I
minutes.
cast clairvoyance into the hold of the Joyful Damnation to check on the eggs, which we left in their carton in the hold in a secured.
Hidden amongst
Hidden.
some supplies.
Yeah, barrels of things.
Yeah, they seem fine.
They seem.
They're
They
kind
seem.
flower.
fine.
Kind of rocking gently, you think, just with the motion of the water.
The eggs are good.
Okay, fine.
Yeah, they're having a nice time.
Okay.
Don't
All right. What were you saying about mysterious characters?
We're being watched. There's 3 people
All right.
What?
You go and
that way.
you go and scope them out. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. We'll get the info. From
I go over and
town
introduce
folks.
myself.
Wait.
I said scope them out. I didn't say make friends.
If
with
they've
them.
got the closest eye on Egbert, maybe we should send someone else to scope them.
Wanna if
Are they watching all of us? Wait, hang on, huddle. Are they watching all of us or just you?
It's difficult to tell because we're all standing in a
That's
group.
true. We are all on stage, so
We're all on stage.
Just
we are
like-
asking to be seen and looked
Yes.
at.
just walk around and see if you can use
All right.
Yeah, see what they're up to.
I'm going to walk around and see if we can get a closer look.
Meanwhile, I'll try and get the
We're a
townsfolk to give us all
distraction.
the info that we're
yeah.
after.
All right, charisma performance check again, please. Corazon as a supporting role for. Is this you stealthing this?
Yeah, I guess so.
Dexterity stealth, then please.
Okay. That is a 14.
13.
Not half bad. Yeah, I'm not going to say you get like right up behind these figures, so you can't just like jump them or anything, but you get pretty close to them. You get to have a pretty good look while Corazon is kind of. How are you holding their attention?
Carpe.
And the rest of you.
I'm like, yes, Jeremy Tugmaster. What did we say? Hotbuster. Jeremy Hotbuster is no longer the bane of the town debtoring. No, you're brave Oxventurers. That's us. We have freed you from this curse,
Remember the name.
my friends. Remember the name, Dob, I say.
For this lasting and indeed, we suspect, permanent solution.
Yeah.
You get pretty close to these figures. The middle one goes to adjust their hood, and you see sort of scaly, sort of draconic hands kind of adjust the hood, and there's just something in the set of this person's movements that is woefully familiar. Like awfully familiar.
Okay. I think I see what's going on here.
All right.
Do you?
Every townsperson come up and tell us one useful bit of information, and then you will be allowed to leave. You first up.
If you think your salt is too high in your sauce while you're cooking,
Information about dragons, everyone.
you can
this
put
could be
in 2
information about
halves
dragons.
of a raw potato, and it'll absorb some of the sodium.
That is useful.
That is good.
That's actually pretty good.
Very good.
Okay, I get there appears to have been
I'd
some
start
confusion.
clapping.
He's already up. If you are worried about your pasta water boiling over, put a wooden spoon across the pan.
Damn.
Yeah.
That
He's
is
off.
really good.
Yeah.
Not
Are you writing these down?
Not cooking information, I say to the crowd. Dragon information. Frozen Peak, dragons. Only interested in those two things. Okay, next.
Some dragons can be found on frozen peaks.
Okay, I'm going to kill every person who gives me bad information about dragons or food.
Whoa.
Next.
The nearest frozen peak is 2 days' travel northeast.
There we go.
Thank you.
Is that so hard?
This guy. All right, everyone. Be like this guy. Okay.
Dragons were invented by
Oh, he's using it.
Oh no.
I placed my hand over his mouth, and then I saw a dragon behind the curtain
yeah, sure.
when the sounds of violence emerged.
Oh.
Yeah, the sounds of muffled pirate violence emerge from behind a curtain. Egbert, what are you doing?
I'm coming back to the group and I'm like, I think it's Shatter Shield.
You think you shatter shield?
Everyone has a go at me.
I just put my head on the desk and thumped it.
Close enough.
It's not just me, everyone.
What is Shatter Shield
Shatter shield.
doing here? Egbert.
Well, they're probably after the eggs, aren't they?
Oh yeah, the dragon door. That's where Shatter Shield. Okay.
Okay, we need to get the eggs off the ship. The peak we're going to is 2 days northeast from here.
Are they following us in particular? This can't be a
I think
coincidence.
So. Yeah. They're not here on holiday.
Was that their ship in the harbour?
Yeah, I remembered where the ship. I knew the ship from. Yes.
Oh.
Okay.
What if they are here on holiday, though?
Okay, let's not rule it out.
Okay, we need to. What we need is a distraction.
Okay.
So they go one way, and then the rest of us can go and get the eggs and start off in the direction we need to go and get a head start.
Right.
I think I have an idea for the distraction.
Got it.
Great, let's hear this.
I take whatever the owl gave me.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
Okay.
All right.
I know, ladies.
Don't waste this chance.
Okay, I watched Dob intently to see what's going to happen.
Not the whole pellet. No, it was the whole
Yeah,
pellet.
you take the whole.
Oh, no.
the whole palette. Okay. Have you ever heard of the spell enlarge?
No.
Okay. There's a spell
Was
called
it a small
enlarge
blue pellet?
/ reduce. Stop. Stop it.
Shaped like a diamond, maybe?
Tell me about enlarge, Johnny.
Dob, for the next 18 hours.
But if it's any longer, do visit your doctor.
No.
No. Sorry.
Not having it.
Dob,
Simply won't have it.
for the next 18 hours,
Yeah.
your size has been doubled in all dimensions.
Okay.
And your
There
weight
you
has multiplied by 8.
Wait, so I'm
There you go.
I'm twice as big and
8
8
times
as heavy.
As heavy.
Whoa.
All right. I immediately crash through the foundations of the building.
Yeah,
Uh,
you kind of just whoop, you do crack the flagstones under your feet and fall down a couple of inches. And let's say on the hour every hour you're just going to belch a huge gout of flame. Basically Egbert's breath attack. You're going to
Right.
do that on the hour every hour
What time is it now?
for the next
I
18
look at.
hours.
I just turn to where there once was a wall in this place. I
Yeah,
guess
it's gonna happen
And
now.
Now it. Oh right. Okay. All right. But I probably don't know that's going to happen, do I?
Not
No.
the first time, I'd
No.
imagine. You're probably looking at the hole because you just made it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or well, I mean, look, it's a distraction. That's the plan.
Oh,
right?
Yeah, I see
So,
all this
yeah.
happen and I
Yeah. All right.
slip out the other way.
I want to just.
Crab walk out of the room.
I immediately feel how heavy I am. I just want to say to everyone, I am the magical ship sinking orc, and I'm off to sink all your ships. Catch me if you can. And then I want to teddy roll down towards the docks and hope that
where-
you're leading
where
us
we're
to the docks.
To get the egg!
But I don't always take the regular route to the dock.
So people
Well,
have
we'd
more
all better
time
run to the
get
docks and
get
secure our
to the
ships.
docks to get
Catch
the
him,
ships
he's going-
away.
If he's taking the long route, we should be able to beat him to the docks. Everyone yells, running
man.
for the docks.
I run to the docks also.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay.
All right, well, let's
Brilliant dog.
Actually, two people don't go. You see sort of an older couple, and you see the man go, "Owl pellets." Very sad. The woman just goes, and they just sort of watch you.
I'd like to cast Long Strider on everyone,
Okay.
except Dog, so that we can just
We can long
around
good
it.
stride though.
Yeah, just so we can like run a little faster. So target speed increases by 10 feet. So instead of 30, it'd be like it's an extra third faster than everyone else.
It's yeah, sure. It's just not that big of a buff, is it? It's like it sounds amazing. It's
Long
like
Strider,
it's
yeah.
Long Strider, and then it's like
instead of there,
it's
it's
like
like
you've gone from a
Bye,
quick walk
idiots.
to a
A
low
brisk.
jog. But yes, you do
speed
that.
walking.
Yeah. A lot of the other people are like hurrying down the way. Like there are a lot of coracles here. They're all like, oh, the big orc's gonna sink our coracles, and they're kind of like trying to run off with their coracles.
Yeah, I'm a large, rolling, I guess, fire spewing
Like
thing.
the big Gorons in
Yes, yeah, exactly. You know when they roll down a
In the
down a
Legend
hill.
of the Legend of Zelda. Yes. Okay. Yeah. Sure.
Yeah, I mean, I'm regretting it now, as I think that's where we wanted the distraction to be away from. But so, you know, if wishes were fishes, etc. So yeah, I'm just gonna.
In fairness to you, a distraction being over there is only useful if they take the bait. The benefit of having a distraction right where you also need to be is that the docks are very distracted now.
Yeah.
There are people running to and fro. Several fights have broken out over whose ship is whose.
Down at the.
People are trying
yeah.
to save their own ships, so some people are being like, that's
Yeah.
my boat.
I just
or
want to
"That's
wade
my
into the
coracle."
shallows and start picking up little boats as if I'm about to smash them. I won't,
Yep.
but just being like, this one
instead
first.
of taking the eggs off the ship, I think we should get on the ship and sail it around somewhere.
You've
Yes.
picked up a 7-year-old's fishing boat. And there's a 7-year-old in it being like, oh, mister! Put me down!
Just play along, kid.
What are you going to give me?
What do you want?
You got any owl pellets?
No, young man.
All right, 6 gold.
Yes. All right, so
Bleeding
go.
neck, all right.
Ha-ha.
Oh, never see me mother again.
I pick up the boy and go, also children of the town.
Oh my god!
Quick, everyone on the ship.
Everyone onto the
While
ship.
they're distracted.
All
Okay,
right.
Everyone
drop
aboard the
the
ship.
sail, raise the anchor. We're going to
Right.
sail around to a
Yeah.
quieter part and
And I would like to use Wizard Hodbusters as a tome of stupid puns.
Yeah.
I say.
that is its full title.
It's done in really
Well-
nice script though.
We'll simply pass like ships in the night and take 10 points of damage. And then darkness falls. Yes?
Yes.
Great! Yes!
That's
Hooray!
beautiful. Yeah, it's seamless. Like I'm not even gonna make you roll to get over there or anything. You just do like some. You got a lovely like montage of just like like pulling on the sheets and bringing her about, and the anchor like jumps into the boat. And yeah, you do pass like ships in the night. You sail off.
Do we
Dark.
need to?
We're gonna,
Yes.
Yeah.
Dom can just sprint afterwards.
We'll pull around and we'll find
Oh,
a
yeah.
where we can.
There's a toddler like still half sticking out of your mouth. You notice amid the chaos, you just see a dragonborn pull down his hood, and it is definitely, as Egbert said, Captain Shattershield, who's looking directly at you.
so much. All right.
Put down the boat and the boy.
Mister.
Oi, pay me, says the child.
I hand him everything in my pockets.
Okay.
There's probably some gold. Probably loads of gold.
He cheeses it. Yeah, he's just got 18 gold now.
Shatter shield.
Been a long time. You've grown.
Yeah, you haven't.
No.
Well, everyone cool in the intervening time has doubled in size and
Grown more cool.
Grown 8 times heavier.
Okay.
I see you're the same. You
Yes.
small jerk.
Okay. Listen, let's not beat about the bush.
And what are the town people doing at the moment? They're just sort of fleeing.
They're kind
Assembling
of
a-
fleeing, but sort of fleeing slow, being like,
Wondering why it's suddenly nighttime probably as well.
Yeah, they're kind of they're making good their escapes.
Maybe. Okay. Oh, okay. Cool. So we've kind of got the docks to ourselves.
Yeah.
All right. Well, then I just sit down in the shallows.
Okay. Yeah. So it's
Face-
you and
face
Shattershield.
Shattershield,
In the background, you can hear like 2 of his accomplices be like, "Oh, would you look at they've scraped the sides and everything." Like they're just complaining about the state of their ship.
Wait,
Yeah,
there's
sure.
a note.
Oh, hang on, there's a note here. Oh, thank goodness. Oh, at least there are some honest people left in. Oh, my God. Oh, that just takes the biscuit. That does. You can like Shattershield kind of looks back at them, and be like, "That's not how members of the Dragon Door are supposed to behave."
What a strange coincidence, Shattershield, seeing you here in this far corner of the world.
Well, I don't tend to believe in coincidences, do I?
I don't know. I don't know you that well.
You know what? No, you're right. That was presumptuous of me. But look, we both know that you have something of vital importance to our order. Frankly, I'm disappointed that our exiled brother, your traveling companion, didn't already come to us to talk about this. This is a development of potentially world-shattering importance to the Order of the Dragon Door. We want to help. We want to make sure that that egg, and all of the eggs, in fact, find a place of safety where they can be hatched and then raised, and we want to do right by them, because I hope you don't mind me saying this, he says, sort of looking you up and down. Your lives seem quite turbulent.
The most important thing to us is that those eggs are looked after and are safe, so I'm listening.
Smash cut to Corazon practicing juggling on the ship. Hey guys, check this out.
Frankly, although I wouldn't voice this opinion necessarily in front of my compatriots, those eggs have become something of a burden. And if you have a solution that is equitable to all, I'm all ears. Tell me, what do you want the eggs for?
Well, as you probably know, the Order of the Dragon Door is sworn to, well, hopefully bring gold dragons back to existence in Gath and ensure their survival. They've been extinct for too long, and it pains us every single day that they are apart from us, the people of Gath.
Sure. So, all right, fill in the blanks here for me.
All right.
We give you the eggs.
Mm-hmm.
Question mark, question mark, question mark.
Mm-hmm.
Golden dragons return to Geth.
Mm-hmm.
What's in the question marks?
We hatch the egg, we raise the golden dragon, and it will find a mate, we hope. And then, when 2 dragons love each other,
I understand that.
well, and then a clutch of eggs.
Tell me what's so important to you about bringing golden dragons back.
Well, they were majestic, they were wonderful, and they haven't been seen in centuries.
Lots of creatures are very wonderful and majestic. Owlbears, for instance.
All right, but they're doing just fine. In
Okay.
fact, they were declared a pest recently in some parts.
Hey.
Have you ever seen an owlbear-proof bin? They're expensive. What I'm saying is they're doing fine. They don't need a leg up. And sure, there are lots of other majestic creatures that have been absent from Geth for centuries, but we picked this one.
Shattershield, the last time we met, you'll have to forgive me because I hate to raise the ugly past.
Yep.
But you were being rather cruel and unfair to a good friend and colleague of mine. You remember Egbert, ex of your order?
Yes.
Would it be, is it going to be a problem for you that Egbert's involved in this transaction?
Well, obviously I know the company he runs with. I knew that he would be involved in some form. Obviously, the history between Egbert and the Order is, as I'm sure you know, very complicated and rather fractious. He has told you what got him kicked out of the Order, right?
No, he hasn't actually. Well, I can neither confirm nor deny. That's not what's at issue here.
Wow.
Shattershield. Tipped my hand a bit there, didn't I?
Look, nor am I here to tell the tale on his behalf. It's for him to bring to you. If he wants to tell you or wants to continue to keep it from you, seemingly, then that's his choice. But what I'm saying is, I accept that Egbert is involved. I think we can all agree that this is a complicating factor, but it shouldn't stop us from doing what is right for these dragons. And if the Order can help you, then by goodness we will.
I think my companions are of the mind that the best thing we can do for these eggs is to return them to their mother, who we believe is still alive. Surely you've worked out that that's why we've come to the frozen north in search of the dragon's wounded mother. So
we had suspected, yes.
Yeah. So tell me why what you're proposing is better than that, because I'm going to have to sell this to them.
Look, the white eggs. There are 4 of them.
Yes. Maybe. Couldn't neither confirm.
He smiles at you, kind of like.
All right. Okay.
I think the best thing for them is indeed to return them to their mother. The gold dragon, however, well, look, it will never be safe as long as it is just left with a white dragon who may even reject it for being different. The best thing is for the people who have spent centuries studying these things and working to bring them back safely to prominence in Geth. Take charge. I'm not asking you to make a decision on anyone's behalf. I'm not demanding that you turn anything over to me.
Sure.
All I am asking is the opportunity to meet with the rest of your party and to talk. I will come unarmed, if necessary. Or we can meet at a neutral place of your designation. How does that sound?
Sounds frustratingly reasonable, Shattershield.
I've been told that I am that way before.
All right. We can do your plan. We can do the meeting.
Mm-hmm.
But I need to talk to my colleagues first. And I need to...
Stop being enormous.
It's going to take some time. No, I want to remain enormous for as long as possible.
17, well, at least 17 more hours.
Yeah.
17 and a bit hours.
And I want your word that you will leave us in peace and stay in this town and wait for us to make contact with you.
You have my word.
I would like to just scry Shattershield and try and make a judgment call on whether or not Shattershield is...
Make me a wisdom insight check, please.
And to be clear, this is where the Shattershield does intend to just stay here and do nothing.
Yep.
And wait on our...
Yep.
That's a 16 plus 3. 16, 19. Oh, plus 1 for that thing I do sometimes, Jack of all trades.
Yeah, so that's like 18 or 19.
You believe he's being sincere. You think that actually he clearly sees that the only way to get this ball rolling is to play by your rules.
You're damn straight.
But do you understand that if you just flee without talking to us again, we're going to have to pursue this? We'll honour our side of the bargain. You can come to us. But you have to honour your side of the bargain and come to us. Does that sound reasonable?
Yeah, but give us 5 days.
5 days?
5 days. Look, I'm going to be enormous and in no fit state to discuss anything for the majority of one of those days.
Oh, come now. You've had, what, half an owl pellet?
Not a whole owl pellet.
Oh, Jesus. All right. Yeah, fine.
Okay.
5 days.
All right.
Drive a hard bargain. But sure, 5 days.
I was so sure this interaction would end with me smashing your ship in half with my enormous body.
I'm to do that now.
But instead, I'm unsettled and unhappy. I wade out into the water. Wait, I'm 8 times as heavy.
Like Godzilla.
I want to disappear like Godzilla. My business
fine.
done.
It's very easy. You just walk into the sand.
Okay, and now in a dignified as way possible, so as to not make Shattershield think I'm weak.
Okay.
I want to just hold my breath and get far away. How am I going to get back to the?
You know what?
I'm 8 times as heavy as I normally am.
Yeah, you just walk on the
Whales are
seabed.
heavy.
Okay. All right. Hold my breath, and I'm just going to walk.
But your lungs are 8 times as big.
we'll sort of leave you motoring your way to the Joyful Damnation.
Okay.
We'll come back to the Joyful Damnation, which has now sort of been like carefully moored around the corner.
Mm-hmm.
Corazon, I believe you were going below decks to do some juggling practice.
Well, that was just while we were on the high seas, sort of rocking.
Oh, I see.
Because I wanted to see if I could do it while the boat was sort of listing.
Oh, I see. Well, I mean, the boat's still, there's a bit of chop out here. There's a reason people, anchor in the bay.
Now put them all back in their carrying case now.
Well, I was going to say that we, as you descend into the bowels of the ship, you look toward the accustomed place where the egg crate is, and to your horror, you see that the lid is ajar. You've got 5 false egg tops, all there. You haven't checked underneath them yet, but they seem to be in place. And then there is a 6th egg. And the top has come off, and there is just an empty shell.
Uh-oh.
And you hear a like noise in the bowels of the ship.
Oh my god. I pursue the sound.
All right, make me a Dex acrobatics check to try and kind of like dart ahead of it.
Okay, it's 18 plus 4, 22.
Okay, you know how like if something pops out from around the corner, it'll scare a kitten, and they kind of like blah, 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 blah. Imagine that, but it's a baby griffin, and it just goes like and lands on its back, and kind of just goes like, and you've got a baby griffin now, and I think we'll end it there.
What?